Hello everybody, my name is BobbleHatBoy and welcome to another BobbleHatBoy video. In today's video I am going to be talking all about the Scarefest 2024 lineup at the Alton Towers Resort. This year seems like a quite exciting Scarefest with some brand new things and some returning things. So, let's get straight into the lineup, shall we? Now, that was actually a lie, because before I get into the lineup, I'm just going to say about the dates that Scarefest runs this year at the Alton Towers Resort. So, Scarefest runs from the 11th of October to the 3rd of November, which runs every single day consecutively from those dates, rather than normal in the past few years where Scarefest has run for a weekend, then another weekend, and then run every single day. It is running every single day consecutively. However, not all the days close at 9 o'clock. Some of the days do close at 8 o'clock, so do be aware about that factor when booking. Now, let's actually get into the lineup. To begin the lineup, let's talk about everything that is returning for 2024 from previous years. So, straight away, Burial Grounds, a great new scare zone that was introduced last year. Everyone said it was very exciting, and of course, scare zones are free, which is something that Alton Towers has really lacked in the previous few years. A free scare zone for people to go in. And Burial Grounds is themed to the Wicker Man and is located on the pathway that has not been used since Wicker Man opened, but was used during the construction and goes around the back of Wicker Man itself. So, Burial Grounds is back. It's a free-flowing outdoor scare maze, shadowed by the mighty Wicker Man, where you encounter the rejectors of modern-day society, fulfilling their haunted primal instincts. Next, returning for a 6th year, is the Attic Terror of the Towers. Around here, people talk of the Governess, how she's haunted by the death of her young charges, how she wants revenge, and how she'll take it by seizing the spirits of the living in retribution. They say her ghost haunts the attic. That's where you're headed. Dare you risk your immortal soul? So, I have never been in this maze. However, it has returned for 6 years consecutively now, and it's definitely time for a freshen up. This one hasn't had many changes at all during its lifespan, and so it's definitely time to get a refresh or a boot out of the park. Something that has got a refresh for last year and is returning for this year is Altonville Mine Tours. Now, this year is its 9th year if it was still just Altonville Mine Tours Uncover the Legend of the Skin Snatchers, but last year they properly refreshed the story into Altonville Mine Tours Tiny's Revenge. Rumours are afoot that the old Let's start that again, shall we? Rumours are afoot that the old Altonville mines are alive with activity once again. Following a breakthrough from local law enforcers, the notorious skin snatchers have been detained. But for how long? The ironically named Tiny, however, has evaded capture and is believed to still reside within the mines. Explore this live-action scare maze at your peril and risk the adventure if you dare. Both Altonville Mine Tours and the Attic are both located actually inside of the towers, which is always very cool. And now finally, in the returning section, Trick or Treat Town with Haribo. This Scarefest, get ready to explore with your family and friends a special town where every day is Halloween. And do you know what their folks' town's favourite pastime is? Yes, you got it, hosting trick-or-treating for the town's visitors. So muster up your courage and prepare for knock-on doors from Spooky Avenue all the way to Witchy Woods. But be careful, as well as Haribo treats, there are also tricks aplenty. This is the only scare maze, it's not really scary, this is the only Scarefest thing that I've ever done. It was a vibe. However, they have Haribo now, which is objectively better than the sweets I got. But now, onto the new, or rebooted, things for 2024. To begin with, last year's brand new attraction, Daz Games Panic, has been rebooted for 2024 with Daz Games Panic Reloaded. Back by popular demand, Daz Games Panic Reloaded dares you to take on the adrenaline-inducing escape room meets live-action scare maze for an ultimate horror experience. Plunged into darkness, your mission is simple. You have until the timer reaches 0 to take on an intense series of challenges that will twist the mind. Locate the symbols and escape, but can you evade capture from the inhabitants within? Racing against the clock, you'll have to think fast and stay calm as you take on this newly reloaded AI-themed assault on the senses, all before the game strikes back. Now, I've heard very mixed things. It says by popular demand. I know a lot of people did like it, but I also know there were a few people that didn't like it because it was very lacking in theming and just a bit dull. So it will be interesting to see if they've added any theming and done any changes to it. But it is back for 2024. Now, something brand new. Replacing the Alton Towers dungeon is a family-friendly Scarefest attraction called Amigos in the Afterlife. This Scarefest step a foot into a vibrant world where the gap between this life and the next is at its thinnest. Be captivated by Dia de los Muertos celebrations, the brightest colours and festive spirits, but be careful, you've accidentally crossed through a portal into the afterlife. Guided by friendly spirits, you must find your way back to the land of the living. Journey through this magical realm of spectacular effects, encountering mischievous characters along the way, who will challenge you and your family with tasks to earn your passage back to the living realm. I mean, it looks definitely different for Scarefest, and I am intrigued to see how it ends up. But what I'm most excited for this Scarefest is the final thing, the final brand new thing. Let's get into that. Now, I touched on this slightly in my most recent Project Ocean video, but brand new for 2024, located in the building next to the Cursed Alton Manor made by containers and a tent, is Compound. A terrifying new live-action scare maze. Compound. Bravely step forward and find yourself a subject of the Phalanx. Guarded by their relentless operatives, you are plunged into a sinister sci-fi experiment, where your DNA is the next weapon. Are things really as in control as they seem? Can you escape their clutches, or will you become the next target for the experiments lurking within? Compound is an intense and disorientating scare maze, set within an intimidating Phalanx facility, featuring dark and claustrophobic environments amongst the hallways and chambers of their labs. Dare you enter this scientific nightmare? This sounds very exciting. Scarefest this year does sound pretty exciting. I hope it's an improvement from the previous years and Scarefest is back on the upward trajectory. But that is everything, all of the lineup. I hope you enjoyed it. Will you be going to Scarefest 2024? I would love to know. Please do tell me in the comments below, and I will hopefully see you all later. Goodbye!